Hi, welcome to my video. I'm live. I'm waiting to see if anybody comes in. Put the chat on. I keep forgetting to do that. So this is part of the free content that I've put out on a daily basis. Free energy reading with tarot. I explore the energies that I'm feeling. I work with energy, so I'm pretty au fait with it, and combine that with tarot to bring a narrative to you to help guide you on your day with the energies within you, around you, and within others. So take what resonates because it is general, and leave what does not. It's important to do that, to not bend a reading to your will, because you just don't get out of it what you're supposed to get out of it. So this is for the 15th of September 2020. And it's a bit of an up and down day, you know, how a lot of us have been having anyway. So we've got the Six of Swords, sorry. So there's real potential for growth here. I think this came up yesterday, either for a personal reading that I pulled at the end of the daily energy reading or within it, I can't remember. But there's definite energies of growth here, potential for growth here. Potential to look to new horizons, to calmer waters. But we've got that clarified by the Two of Wands in reverse. And so there's this reluctancy, there's this self-doubt to look to new, to look to growth, to recognize the growth that you've experienced mentally, intellect-wise, thought-wise, words-wise, the way you use yourself, the way you project yourself from your mind has been huge. You've done a lot of growth through a lot of experiences that you've been through, and the calmer waters are there, the calmer horizon is there. Sometimes though, it's difficult to stay in balance, especially when there is so much deliberately so within our individual lives and projected from the collective stage to try and keep us out of balance, to try and get us away from a balanced state. And sometimes we get addicted to chaos. And so that speaks of the next card in that we have Temperance, but Temperance is in reverse. And so your alchemy isn't working here, there is imbalance here. And so whether that is spiritually, physically, or mentally, there's a lot mentally happening here that is imbalanced. That's going to limit the growth that you can do, because the Two of Wands is wanting you to take action. The Two of Wands is wanting to move towards those calmer waters, that growth. Yet this imbalance is halting you from doing so. These self-defying words that you're putting upon yourself or upon others, or others are putting upon you. This addiction maybe to a chaotic state. Now, why would that be? Well, because we've got the King of Cups in reverse also. It speaks of, I can't pick it up, there we go. King of Cups in reverse also, it speaks of emotional imbalance. There's things within that you have just not chosen or not been led to deal with yet, but you're being prompted to do so, because when this growth and this new horizon is on offer and you're not taking it because of an imbalance within self, then it's the inner work that needs to occur here. And that inner work is to get in control of your emotions. The King of Cups naturally in his natural state is a balanced, emotionally balanced man. And emotionally, he's in control of his emotions, he's compassionate, he's the creator and the inventor. So he very easily takes the Two of Wands and it's upright up on its offer to go forward, create, invent. But here we have this imbalance, and it all comes from within. There's a lot of emotional triggers happening right now in a lot of people that are halting them from taking action towards this beautiful new horizon, this beautiful new reality. We have to remember that we project our reality from our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. Hey, Keith. Oh, Keith, I'm sorry. So we need to be able to be in control of these emotions and take it upon ourselves to find out that why are we imbalanced? Why are we experiencing this knowing of this new horizon, yet not being able to take ourselves up on the offer? And the next card speaks of that when we are imbalanced in any state, it reflects. If we're spiritually imbalanced, then it's going to have a reflection on our physical and mental state. Mental, the same, spiritual and physical. Physical, it's going to have an effect on our spiritual and mental. It all meshes into one. One thing that might make sense to somebody today is when I was doing my nursing degree, it was so odd in that I've had plenty of operations on myself. Yet in diagrams, when you're learning about the body or the models that you look at, you know, and fit all of the organs in to figure out where things are and how things work, they're all very neat in the diagrams. There's like little millimeters of separation so that they can be defined. What blew me away is when I was actually not on the operating table myself, but I got the opportunity in the second year to be going into surgeries, going into theatres and seeing operations happening. Of course, I love that. That's my gory side. And I realised that, damn, there's no space in there. Everything is on the other. Everything is pushing on the other. There's no space, which is why wind hurts so damn much, because there's not much space in there. So when wind is moving through your body in places it shouldn't be, it really hurts because it's pushing through literally no space. It's going, pushing around organs and things. It's making things expand. And so the same goes when we are imbalanced in any area of self. We're meshed together much more than we like to think. There's not this separation. There's this true connection. So when we're imbalanced in any way, we are affecting the other parts of self very directly. And so the chaos within, I spoke to somebody about this a long time ago, when we saw what was coming, and said the chaos within is reflected on the outside. It's not the other way around, and people continue to try and work on the external, the people around them, the work. They try and do that before they would do the work, the alchemy from within, with this King of Cups in reverse and this Temperance card that should be in the upright, so that you can transmute these energies, make sense of them, and make them a happy addition to your emotional experience with this King of Cups. And so that conflict within is then reflected on the outside. So a lot of people seeing, of course, on the collective stage, you don't have to be psychic to know that, seeing a lot of conflict today. There's no real winners, that type of conflict. It's not really solving anything. It's not creating any awareness even for the very thing that they're fighting for. It's a very confused conflict, and because it's coming from a confused space. With this Six of Swords at the start and this Two of Wands in reverse, people are wanting to take action, but they're doing it in the reverse. They're doing it on the external before they deal with the growth that they need to do within, with this Temperance card and King of Cups. And so that brings us to this chaotic moment. And the chaos within ourselves is reflected in the people around us. And because there's a lot of chaos and a lot of imbalance within many who haven't been doing the inner work, we are seeing on the collective stage a lot of chaos, a lot of conflict happening today. For some reason, the energies are ramped up today for that. Now, we've got the Six of Swords clarifying. So we've got the Six of Swords at the start of the reading in the upright. And now we have the Six of Swords in the upright against this conflict. So this real calling, this real true essence, true self, soul calling to say, take the new horizon, do the inner work, connect the whole of self, mind, spirit, and body, allow the soul to encompass that all. To know the connectedness to all of that will help you know the connectedness to everything and everybody around you in your physical reality. You can't truly feel that if you're disconnected in any way in self, the whole of self. So this true calling and true promise of growth and calmer waters. Immediately, if everybody in their numbers could be doing this inner work with this Temperance card, putting it in the upright, with this King of Cups, putting it in the upright, taking control of their emotions rather than allowing their emotions to take control of them, we would see things calm on the collective stage and change on the collective stage in a snap, in a quick shot. It's the wisdom of the Empress card, knowing that your thoughts, your words, and your deeds are going to project the external that you have around you. And yes, people are guilty of doing things against others. They are. But there's something within, if it's around you, there's something within, individually and collectively, that we're attracting that in. And that's hard to take in a lot of circumstances, but it's the truth, and it's where the true growth is. So I need to speak it out in that, you know, you can't remain a victim and expect your external to be of growth, of calm, of peace. It's impossible. You can't be in imbalance and expect your physical reality to then be balanced and peaceful and whole and full of growth and promise and hope. It's the way it works. And so on the bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of coins. So people still juggling, you know, with 2 aspects of life, still trying to find the true path, the true way. And they've gotten into such a habit of juggling that it's the distraction. There's a distraction here, and people aren't taking the calling of 2 6 of Swords being at the start of the reading and at the end of the reading. And the actual Temperance card in reverse in the middle, showing that imbalance, and that is why that is apparent. We need to be able to be focused enough in our inner self to be able to discern what aspects of life need to be dropped, need to be moved on from, and what aspects of life, of reality, of our physical life, the people, the things within it, you know, that needs to be continued and taken forward. There's huge growth here for those that want it, for those that really want change. Then we need to be warriors enough to go within and do the damn inner work so it reflects on that collective stage. We've been lied to through organized religion. We've been lied to through politics, through sports, through Hollywood, everything urging us to externalize our praise, externalize our source of power, externalize our hope, externalize it onto some savior, whatever that savior might be, whether it's a footballer, whether it's Jesus, whether it's politics, a politician, royalty, whatever it is. We've been trained and indoctrinated and conditioned to externalize. Why? Because then we actually have very little intent and power in intent on creating the reality that we want to live in. But the people who've kept that knowledge absolutely have the higher ground, have the advantage. So to take that advantage back, when I hear a lot of people wanting change, wanting to make change, before you go on the external, before you go on the wider stage, make damn sure that you're doing this Temperance card and turning it in the upright, to be the alchemist, to be the person who can transmute those energies, to turn this King of Cups from its reverse, where it's imbalanced emotionally, narcissistic type energy, into its upright, taking divinity and sovereignty over those emotions that you're transmuting in balance through the Temperance card. So on the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands, and that is where you really, you know, put the money where your mouth is today. Do you want to continue to just be upset and complaining about the collective stage and what we're seeing on it right now, and those that are in power that should not be in power on the upper ground with the 7 of Wands, because they're doing their thing. They wanted to come here, they wanted to create a power position, they wanted to be part of the few and give them their due. They're staying true to themselves, they're doing it. Yet we, a lot of us in the masses, in the collective, speak of wanting change, speak of wanting our divinity and our sovereignty, yet we're not willing to do the warrior's journey, the hermit within, in order to take the upper ground. And so it's for us to choose today, as it is each day, how much do we want to get out of this day? How much change do we want to occur in this day? How much and the sovereignty do we really want? Or are we just shouting about it for now because we're feeling a bit nervous and a bit shaken up? We need to really decide upon that. So I did a reading. Hi, Keith. I said hi to Keith. Much love to you. Tatkins Jr., hello, much love to you. A little early today. Nice to wake up to, LOL. I know I need to sort out a regular time. I've forgotten where you are, Tatkins Jr. Moon, hello Moon, the beautiful Moon, soul sister. Good morning, Jennifer. Great rising to all. Absolutely. So I'm going to pull a card for you, Moon, because you weren't here yesterday. And I just want to pull one for you. I pulled some cards for some people yesterday. So I want to, oh, there's my Susie. I woke you up energetically, Susie. Sorry. That happens a lot. It happens a lot. Hi, Shika Rose. You have bloody piles. I wasn't aware of that, but thank you for letting me know. I'll look into that, maybe not. Maybe not. Ontario, Canada. Yes, that's right. Because I was talking about how lovely Canada is. Yeah. Definitely be visiting Canada one day. My daughter's in love with the place. Cards are flying for you, Moon. Okay, Moon, so we've got the King of Swords for you. And so we're speaking with authority, we're speaking with our intellect, with our intelligence, taking authority over self and the things that are occurring around you, being very strategic about things. And this has got you in a bit of a position where it's not your comfortable position. You're a very loving, compassionate, all-encompassing person. And so this Ten of Cups in reverse, it feels a bit odd for you right now to be in this position that is a bit more authoritative, a bit more step back, a little bit more clean cut. You need to stay in that zone right now. And so you know that this isn't your natural state of alignment, but you do know that this is necessary for this moment in time in life where you're at. Excuse me. And so now we've got the Death card that comes in, and this is a huge transition for you. This is a huge thing that is needing to happen. So it's almost like you just need to not shut off your emotions, but just compartmentalize them for a moment, because you need to be able to get through this moment in time with true strategy, true intellect and authority, and with your very loving, compassionate emotions. Whatever this is, you might not have been quite as capable to do that if you hadn't have had compartmentalize these emotions just for this moment in time while you go through this transition. And it's a huge transition. Before I pulled the cards, the Hermit kept making himself apparent. That there's a lot going on within, that you are doing the work. You're doing exactly what we've just been talking about. Being the inner warrior, being able to be brave enough. It's probably the most brave thing people can do, to do the inner work, to go within, understand self more. And so we've got the Ten of Swords, in reverse on the bottom of the deck. And so 2 tens, but they're both in reverse. So there's something here that you don't want to let go of. It's very necessary. But it's not an easy process for you, which is probably why you compartmentalize these emotions with this Ten of Cups in reverse. But you're going through the process correctly, and this is just for the moment while you make this transition. You just need to be able to put these aside for a moment so that you can go through this transition, but be brave enough to let go, even the things that you never thought you would be able to let go of, the people or the things or the beliefs, which can be very difficult. So I hope that helps you, Moon. Much love to your beautiful self. I think that is it, because I didn't do Susie yesterday, did I? No, I didn't. Susie wasn't here, so I'm going to do my Susie. So the Hermit card making himself apparent for you, Susie, not coming out, but making himself apparent just like he did for Moon. So the inner warrior, there's a lot of inner work going on in the inner planes, and you've got this journey, these new beginnings that are pummeling you, that are keep coming at you, and there's parts of that you need to let go of some things, but concentrating on the 3 spilt cups on the ground, and it's difficult to see the ones behind you, but they are there. I know they're there personally, but sometimes it's difficult, and we need to stay in the moment just for a moment, and maybe not stay there too long, concentrating on the 3 cups that are spilled out, that are empty now, that need to be transitioned from. That's with the Fool card on the bottom of the deck. And so we've got this Queen of Clubs, and so Queen of Wands, this passionate queen, this driven queen, this compassionate queen, and for all her confidence, there's a lot of shyness there. It takes a bit to get to know this queen. Although she's a people person, although she's like a magnet, people are attracted to her power, her prowess, her sensuality. There's something here that you need to look at with your divine feminine to really appreciate who you are and the divine feminine within, that passion, that fire, appreciating who you are for who others see you as, rather than there's things that are still being chained to, rather than seeing those inner demons here, these inner diamonds, and knowing that you're chiseling away from them with this Fool card, but you're not giving yourself enough credit for doing so. And there's still some things that you're chained to that you need to be released from, that aren't good for you, that need to just become a foundation, an experience, a part of life, but not the entirety of you, or not even a huge aspect of you. So it's not an easy time, not easy at all, but it's there still, and you and I know what we talk of, and so it's there, the path's there still, and you're still on target. But this inner work that's going on, these chains that need to be released, these emotions that need to be let go of regarding those chains, will do a lot for you, my beautiful, beautiful Susie. And I'll quickly do Zoe before I go, because Zoe, you weren't here yesterday, so hello, Zoe. Is it Zoe or is it Zoo? I need glasses. Let me use the other deck for you. Huge emotional transitions for everybody today. I think you're welcome, Susie. You're always welcome. So, if you're still there, Zoe. So we've got the 5 of Swords for you. So this speaks of the reading that I did for today. This chaos that you're feeling on the outside, this conflict that you're seeing between you and loved ones, or just being really forlorn and seeing the conflict on the collective stage. it's affecting your physical reality though, and there's no real winners in the Five of Swords. It's tit for tat. It's going back and forth. It's but you know, there's it's not it's winning at all costs, but what is the cost? You know, it's almost a pointless conflict, but it's not, because it reflects on what's going on within. If we're experiencing this conflict on the outside of us, then there's something we need to be looking at on the inside of us, Zoe, to be able to reflect that in our inner reality. And so we've got the Page of Coins here and the Nine of Wands. So you feel a bit of a heavy burden regarding the reality that you're living in right now, regarding what you're seeing within people, regarding what you're feeling within self. And so there's a little bit of upset here, a little bit of difficulty regarding the messages and the things that you want to go forward to and within, the projects that you want to do. You want to go ahead with them in that childlike state of excitement, of curiosity, but there's burdens here with this Nine of Wands, and so there's something within your life that needs to be cut out, that needs to be let go of, so you can get to that Ten of Wands and end a bit of a difficult cycle and really go forward with your experience in this Page of Pentacles, this Page of Coins, that wants to explore, that wants to plot the way, that wants to live and experience. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Coins. And so that's speaking to you really leveling up. If you can do whatever you need to do in the inner planes to release this conflict that is happening around you on your reality, you go from this Page of Coins, you know, this childlike curiosity, to this Queen of Coins, who knows where to sow her seeds, who knows how to create her reality, and who knows how to stay grounded, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. So I hope that helps you, Zoe. Tammy, hello, hi Tammy. So I'll do a card for Tammy and a card for Glemmer, because I can't not. When I've seen people pop in, and then I'll leave it at that for today, because I've got to do radio show. If you want to join the radio show, I'm on every Tuesday. It's, if you go to YouTube, Doc Anand, it's Anand. He's an awesome dude. He's a retired GP, retired doctor, and he's just, he wants to create good change. And so you can join me there from 12 o'clock UK time, so not long. So I'll make that do after I've done. So Tammy, the Tower card comes out for you. So it's a bit of a difficult time right now. Now, the Tower card, I want to speak to you about the Tower card in that what is crumbling down around you, whether it's relationships, work, what is crumbling down around you was built on rocky ground. It was built on illusion. There's some people around you that made themselves out to be some things that they're not. They're not and never will be. And so it feels difficult because you genuinely connected with this Page of Coins in a very genuine way to certain aspects of this Tower, of whoever this is, or whatever this is in your life. So where your connection is genuine, your connection is genuinely being to an illusion, to a hope, to a dream. So it feels awful, the Tower card, when it's crumbling down around you, but it's a gift. Because after the Tower is being raised to the ground, you see your true foundations, what you really need to build on. And that's with this Page of Coins, staying grounded during this process, and being able to plot along and just keep going kind of energy. You'll get through this time. Speaking of which, we've got the Seven of Coins, but it's in reverse. So certain aspects of your physical reality that are being built up really are coming down, and it's not a pleasant time. The world in reverse on the bottom of the deck speaks to your reluctance to let go of certain aspects of this tower. But it's important that you do so, because you can turn this world the right way up, which would mean absolute bliss and harmony and going forward into a new cycle, into a more flowing cycle rather than the ebb of a cycle, creating the reality that you want to be. And this is all about your physical world in this reading for you, Tammy, and it not being what it was made out to be. So the tower is coming down. You're seeing through people. You're seeing through the illusions. To stay grounded is key right now, and to not put off, moving forward. If you can let go of certain aspects, you'll see your life turn around very, very quickly in your physical realm, in your physical state. So Glamour, hi Glamour, is next and last. What's the saying? Last but certainly not least. Susie, Doc is an awesome guy. He's 73. He's a retired GP, but you're welcome, Tammy. You go for that. You let go of whatever you need to let go of, because you've got bliss and harmony on the other side of that, like you can't believe. You're welcome, Glimmer. I'm just feeling the cards out for you as I'm talking. But yeah, Doc, he's 73, retired GP. But he's always talked straight. He sees problems just like my granddad did in the community, and he really tries hard and works hard to put it right. And I like a free speaker, plain speaker. I don't take offense to things. So he's just awesome. And we're going to have David from Star Myth World on soon again, which is awesome, because he's just a really cool dude. Cards flying today. So Glimmer, the first card for you is the Magician, and so you are really shaping up, aren't you, Glimmer? Because you've been really moving through this time in a very warrior-like fashion, and so this Magician card with the Dragons deck is awesome. It has all of the things, all of the tools, all of the things that you've attained, all of the lessons that you've learned, the experiences. You're really taking things to task. And with the Magician, and you are aware of the as above, so below, as within, so without. You've got this message of working from the within affects the outside of you. And so the next card that pops out for you is another major arcana, Glimmer, and that is the Justice card. You're being weighed in the balance, but it's you that's weighing you. So don't cheat yourself out of the game. Be honest with yourself, where you need to do work, where you need to be be honest with yourself also, and very importantly on the attainments. So I'm going to tell you that you're attaining in a fantastic way right now, Glimmer. And I want you to take that on board, and this reading today be part of that and really help you move forward with this power that you have. You're a real powerhouse from within, Glamour, at the minute. So, and I know I did a reading for you a little while ago, and so I can see the movement, I can see the storyline, and it's an awesome movie. I would want to watch it. 10 of Coins. So you see, you've got this. You've listened to the messages. 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, Glimmer. So your divine feminine, divine masculine within you have been balancing that thing out. And so you're really using both aspects of self. You're combining the whole of self. And so the 10 of Coins is the last card that comes out with this. So you absolutely have got the message that you can create the reality with all of your experiences, your tools. Nothing is wasted. You can be measured out, and justice is for you to decide upon, for you to claim. You're claiming it, and the 10 of Coins is coming into perfect alignment in your physical reality and abundance. So I speak intent into that, and I know everybody else here, especially Susie, will, and Moon, and Tammy also, and Zoe, but we would all speak intent into that for you, Glamour, that continues on the path that it is on, because that is an awesome reading for you. Well, you're welcome. Yeah, I needed this today. You're welcome. glad that I could be the one to do that for you today, because it gets me excited when I read readings like that, as you can see. I feel the energy within it, and it really spurs me on too. So go you, Glenna. Do not doubt yourself and what you're doing right now. You're rocking. Boom, says Susie, because Susie knows when to boom, and that is a boom. So that's the reading for today. So you can check me out at 12 o'clock on YouTube with Doc Anand. I'll type it in the comments if I can. I know with my accent sometimes. Subscribe to him. He's constantly putting stuff out. He puts Hindi stuff out too. And so, he's got a vast audience that listen in, and he's really making changes just by being him. He had somebody on who had never been allowed to speak to another male from where he's from, and it convinced she'd only spoken to her brother and her dad. She was 20 years of her whole life. So Doc was the first outside male that she was able to speak to, and really speaking to her has let her evolve and shown her parents, who were just being careful because of the place that they live in. Women can be in a lot of danger. And there's a lot of judgment on women, and so it's difficult, isn't it? Even if you're free, loving parents that want your child to experience, if you're living in a place where that could be dangerous, her being outspoken or speaking up for her rights could be very, very detrimental to her life. And what do you do as a parent? So he explores things like that. He's not afraid to look at anything. So he's a very interesting and just all in all good dude. A really good dude, and he's not stopping. Age does not stop him. He looks really good for his age. So I'd appreciate you all going over to see him too, so we support each other. Glemma, you are so welcome, and favour to all are put intent out. I know Susie does do that too on every reading and chat that we do, so we appreciate you all for doing that. Much love. Be balanced and be whole. If you want a private reading with me, it's in the details below this video, I guess. You can message me on Facebook at TrueDivine44 on private messenger, and I'll get that for any readings, any spiritual guidance sessions, or any energy work sessions. So much love to you all. Thank you, 1,000 times thank you for being here. So I'm not talking to myself and allowing me to read for you. And give you something today that helps you on your way. That feeds me too. So much love, and Susie, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, love you. Bye.